What's up, beautiful people? Padres split the series against the Giants. They get two, we get two. Not horrible, not great, just okay. But some really cool things to look forward to with some rookies. Campusano's been on a tear. Obviously, Dylan Cease's inaugural debut with the Padres didn't look great, didn't look bad. Can you really complain? We'll look at his start a little bit more and the numbers behind it. Looking forward to some Padre predictions about some of the rookies and maybe who could be filling in third base, who could be filling in left field. And then obviously looking into some bonehead plays of the, I guess, series. I usually say bonehead plays of the days, but the series, because there was definitely a few. And then looking ahead towards the Cardinals. Let's do this. I know I've said it for 20 plus years, but I got a feeling this is the year. God, Tatis is such a sexy guy. Keep the faith, baby.
1 year soon, the baseball gods will smile on the San Diego Padres, and we will have a parade.
Stay vibrant, Friar Faithful.
And now your handsome host, Beto Diaz on Friar Field Talk.
So jumping right back into this, Dylan Cease had his inaugural debut with the Padres. He looked not bad, pretty good. I won't say great because he obviously wasn't able to get us the win. Stat line for him, 4 2/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, which one of them was a little blue bullshit single to left field that, if anyone alive, was a little bit faster than Profar. I mean, every time he's run, it's like running in slow motion. It looks like I'm watching Forrest Gump in slow-mo. But Kim was a little far from the ball. Ball dives, a dying quail into left field. I forget who the other guy got the last other hit off of him. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but that was one of them. So 2 hits, not so crazy. Obviously, he allowed 3, 2 of them were earned, and he walked 2 and K'd 6. Obviously, the K-walk ratio is something that we really need to look forward to. If he's striking out a lot of people, which his MO is strikeouts, with that nasty slider he's got, I've noticed a little bit, he doesn't tend to pitch people inside, which is a little curious for I wouldn't say 2-pitch arsenal pitcher, but I mean, he's definitely relying on his fastball, which was clocking anywhere from 96 to even 98 one time. And obviously his slider, which arguably when he came in second place for the Cy Young was his best pitch. He's probably going to still say it's his best pitch. But with MLB pitchers, you know how they are. MLB batters, they will adjust quickly. So if he's not able to get some more spin rate on that slider, it could be a problem in the future. Obviously, we ended up losing the game. Check notes, 9-6. He was, okay. I think looking forward to the next start, hopefully he can settle down a little bit more and get some more innings in there. But some nasty shit along the way to get a little excited about. And obviously the dying quail singles doesn't help. But I liked them. I thought I was personally at the game. It was not that much of a game. Obviously, we trailed 9-1 going into the 8th inning, I think. And just a game that slipped away. Plenty of opportunities to drive in some people. Bases loaded against Hicks in the, I'm going to say the 4th or the 5th. I'm sorry, I can't remember what it was. But Wade up to bat, another time where you kind of have a feeling like, oh man, this guy's coming up with the bases loaded with 1 out. You don't expect them to do much. It is Tyler Wade, So obviously he strikes out, an unproductive out, and then Merrill comes in, actually gets some good barrel on the ball, but he hits it right to the shortstop. So a few times where we could have made some noise, especially that bases loaded with 1 out inning, but unfortunately we're not able to. Jordan Hicks, got to give him some credit. He's trying to go back to the whole full starter mold bullshit, and he went 5. He got out of a lot of key situations. Against us, I got to give him some dues for it. He pitched a game good enough to win, which unfortunately I don't think Cease really did. Even though with his stat line you might think, oh, he only allowed 2 hits, Beto. What the hell's wrong with you? He got in a lot of full count at bats. He got in a lot of times where he lost some batters that he shouldn't have, obviously with the 2 walks. So I feel like Hicks did do more enough than Cease did, even though obviously on paper he had a better stat line. But just a game that slipped away. Looking at some other stuff, though, Campusano and the rookies, my goodness gracious. We'll look at some videos later of how they really were just pulling some stuff together. Campusano standing out. Obviously, Pauly had his first major league hit being a home run. We'll look at that in a little bit second here, too. And Merrill just, trying to consistently find some at-bats and had a good game today. Just getting him in the lineup, man. it's easy to want to rest some kids and stuff, but this kid's 20 years old and you're starting him with the gig. So I hope Schilt just keeps giving him some more opportunities, because at this point, he's got to have the opportunities. He's got to show what he's got, right? And even though he's 20 years old, which is already in itself insane, I think opportunities has to come his way. So we're going to look at the rookies a little bit there, talk about some predictions I might have for them taking over some jobs at third base, maybe taking Tyler Wade's spot in absence of Machado. Hasn't been really any chatter or talk, or at least not that I've seen, about Machado when he's coming back to play third. Obviously, when healthy, in my opinion, obviously a little biased, just a little biased. The best third baseman in baseball. Arenado can eat an ass. He can eat whatever you want. I mean, he's okay, but Machado's the best third baseman with the glove, and I feel like the arm as well. So he's a key part that we're missing. Obviously, his bat hasn't been affected too much. He played a really good game again today. It's not hindering his ability to bat, which is really great. But I feel like we need him back at third base. But there hasn't been much timeline or chatter of when he's going to come back. So in the meantime, I think maybe finding a spot for Pauly would be a good idea. I mean, you can argue that Wade has done good enough to maybe get a couple more starts. But you know how I feel about people saying it's early. Oh my God, Beto, it's March. It's early. Fuck that. Fuck that. Excuse my French. So many games last year where people were saying it's early, and then you're in fucking July. Then what? Is it fucking early in July? You're having to think, oh my God, should we trade our people at the deadline? What are we going to do? Frenzy? Do we want that? No. So you know what? It's never too damn early. Play the game like it's your game 160 every single time. All you do, it's early. People can eat it. Who knows what you can eat? But you know what? No, it's not too early. Get starts at people that you think might have some chances. Pauly has some good swings. He took one to right. He took it deep. I mean, it wasn't garbage time, but it was against a good pitcher. So the kid's giving you opportunities. The kid's giving you looks. Why are you going to waste them on Tyler fucking Wade? You know? I mean, that's just me. Maybe Tyler Wade comes out and beats a fucking baller. Our MO and our rap sheet doesn't usually happen that way. Normally people progress when they come with us, but that's just my, negativity going. Obviously, getting back on point, Bonehead plays of the series. This is a little series that I like to do, pointing out some really stupid plays that could cost us the game or were just like mind-boggling. We'll talk a little about later. And then obviously the last thing we'll talk about is the Cardinals coming to town for a 3-game series. We'll look into that also. But first, I wanted to show some, let me switch really quick. I wanted to show some nasty shit. This guy, Pitching Ninja, I'm sure many of you know him, and if you don't, you should definitely follow him. Pointing out Cease's nasty sliders. I mean, look at this. That's unhittable. I don't care who you are. You're not hitting that ball. Look at that check swing. That ball's in his fucking feet. This guy's swinging the balls in the other fucking box. So some really nasty shit there. I mean, Soler is a high K rate guy, and I think it was Wade that he had a swinging in the fucking dirt. He looks like he's going to go pick up a 9-iron while he's at it. But yeah, some really cool stuff here. And then obviously there's like a little overlay between his changeup, which is really cool because the changeup hasn't been a pitch that he really relies on. But looking at the difference between the fastball and the changeup, that is nasty. Super nasty. So if he can add that changeup to his arsenal and obviously rely on his fastball and not have to be so predictable with the slider, I feel like that's going to be an issue. Obviously, sliders being, in my opinion, his best pitch. He's gone on record saying it's his best pitch too. But when you rely on it too much, anything that has break and spin, the fucking batters are going to get used to it. And they're going to try and make adjustments. And they're going to do some stuff. And he's going to get some damage against them. So some really cool stuff there. Cease and desist. We couldn't get the dub, but we're going to get the next one. I feel like he's got some good shit, obviously, with the K rate. Really excited, looking forward for him. I think he shows some signs. Obviously, his first start of the season, too. It's early. See, it's like it's a love-hate thing with it's early, okay? It's his first start. It's his first start. It's early. It's March. Give me a break. But anyways, I hate that shit. But it is a little true, too. There's obviously some truth to it. It's his first start, getting his shoes back. He's in a new stadium. He's in a new jersey. He's in a new city. He's in a whole new bunch of stuff. So 5 innings, almost 5 innings, 4 2/3, keeping you competitive against a division rival where games always matter. So you're going to come to the end. You're going to see when the wild card talk starts happening, when the division stuff starts happening. Okay, maybe not division because let's be realistic, people. The Dodgers are probably going to win the division, okay? I hate them more than anything. I don't hate anything in life. I really don't. Well, maybe one thing. And you know what that is? The Dodgers. But we all, as Padre fans, know this already. We don't have to talk about them. But they're probably going to win division if we're being realistic. They're 1 through 3 are future fucking Hall of Famers. Okay? I'm all about being optimistic. I'm all about, spreading the faithfulness and the Friar faithful. They're going to win the division. So we're going for the wild card. And these games, especially against like the Giants and other teams, are also fighting for the same thing, are super fucking important. So the fact that he did this early in his first start, it's not bad. I can't complain. We lost. It's early. But it wasn't bad. I thought he did all right. Let's take a little bit of a recap of that game, actually. I have this zoomed in a little bit. I think that's good. This was the game where we ended up losing 9-6. Obviously, Hicks got the dub and Cease got the loss. A lot of donuts there, 1 through 5, if it stands out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 innings without a run. That's not competitive baseball. What is competitive is that there was only 2 runs, 3 runs through 5. 3-0 game is not impossible to come back to, but getting your feet wet, 3-0 is not good, even if it's early, okay? Obviously, we made some noise in the later innings. Obviously, the 9th, Paulie had that big hit. I'm actually going to pull up that Paulie hit. His first hit ever. I mean, come on. His first hit ever being a home run. Look at, he goes against Duvall too. Got some nasty shit. Boom! Catches a freaking, I think it was a slider up, down in the zone. Takes it to the Petco porch, baby. Give him some starts. Why the fuck not? What's gonna happen? He strikes out once. He strikes out twice. Fucking Tyler Wade's gonna do the same shit. Give him some starts. He's on the he's in the roster. He's on the team. Look at, he's driving in Merrill. Could be the fucking future right here. I don't know. Who knows? The fucking Dodgers get people like this all the time. Maybe we have one and we're just not fucking playing him. Could be him. Could be. I say give him some starts. So yeah, that was pretty cute. I liked it. And then here's the Eggy home run. We'll talk about Eggy a little bit too. Takes a fastball that's for a ball at 97 to deep left. I won't say deep, barely goes over left, but still. These are good signs about the bottom half of the lineup, especially when injuries happen, which I'm sure they're going to happen to us. Hopefully it's not anything too serious, but I don't know. I feel like it's something cool to look forward to, that our bench is not doing nothing, These guys could be going 0 for forever, but smashing a ball to left. Look at that win probability, 0.3. Yikes. We're not going to talk about what happened to the Giants. Obviously, they had a good game. They were rocking our shit that game. Cosgrove, a bit of a regression. I did want to hit on that a little bit too. He only got an out. 5 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned. He was getting his shit pushed in. Eniel, who I believe is the 7th. This will be more of the Padre predictions coming up next. I think he's going to be our 7th inning guy. It's obvious that I think now that Suarez has the closer position and Matsui has the 8th. So I think the 7th is going to be a big spot. And so far, the one that's really stuck out is Eniel de los Santos. We got him in the trade for Barlow. He's got some nasty shit. Obviously, he's got a 0 ERA still. He looked nice. He did allow 2 hits, but he just looked good. Another really cool thing that happened, though, taking away the Cosgrove 5 right here. Brito came in for 2 1/3, and he looked good. This was huge because the last 2 games he had pitched, obviously he had the Korea game where he was just put in his position that was just pretty brutal, almost Bob Melvin-esque from Sheld. Kind of fucked up if you think about it. Didn't do really good. And then the last game, I forget what other game that was, but he also did pretty bad. So having a bounce back where he went 2 1/3, didn't allow a hit, struck out 2 is huge. Huge, especially when we're looking at people down for like the 5th spot, with Waldron, with him, with all these other dudes that could be fighting for a 5th spot. It's huge. Bounce back, doing so well like that. It's just so motivating. It makes me feel great. So hopefully you can continue that. Obviously the Padres lost this game 9-6. Wasn't too pretty. And then getting away from that crappy game. Oh, beautiful. 13 runs. 13 runs. Oh, warms the heart. An absolute fucking blowout. Beautiful game. Padres scored 13. Avila gets the dub. Talking about Michael King a little bit, us here in this game. Only goes, let's check out his stat line real quick. Goes 4 innings, which, you were up, I think he was up 12-0 at one point. Goes 4 innings, 2 hits, which is good. 2 earned off the home run. Someone hit a home run. I forget who it was. Tyro Estrada, I think. Yeah, Tyro Estrada is right here. Oh my God, I can't read. 7 walks. Jesus Christ, the dude's going to walk a fucking mile at this point. 7 walks. I looked at his numbers from last year, and I think he was averaging 3 point something walks. So 7 is a fucking number. 3 in itself is already high. 6 Ks, good Ks. 6 Ks in 4 innings is pretty fucking respectable. But 7 walks. I mean, the fact that it was a blowout probably had their spirits in the dumpster, or else he might have run into some problems here. He was walking guys up 12-0. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Just go up there and throw fastballs. So a little bit of alarming on here. Obviously, hold on. I got this little tool. I'm being fancy. Let's see. Here we go. It's early. I know it's early. I know, okay? It's early. But I'm still concerned. Because in the past, we've had these things about talks about it's early. Okay, I'm not going to go in the early shit anymore. You get it by now. At least you get my opinion. So not grand from him. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but not great either. Oops. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Let's get out of this. There. Yeah. So, all things considered, a blowout win. It's kind of hard to find stuff to complain about. But him going 4 is not very good, especially in a blowout game. Avila came in, allowed to kind of just, get an outs kind of thing. And then Matsui came in, looked good again. And then Wandy came out and finished the game, also only allowing 1 hit. Enough about the pitching. Stuff to be concerned about, sure. I know it's early. But we blew him out. I'm happy. Let's look at, Machado had a good game. Let's look at the stat line here again. Bogarts 2 for 3. Another 2-hit game for Bogarts. Tatis 1 for 4. Obviously, that first inning, he had that double, which was really big to start the game. Osokar 0 for 1 with a pinch hit. Cronenworth, another hit. 1 for 4. Crony's doing pretty good. Rosario pinched hit and went over. Machado 2 for 5. He had 2 big hits. 1 in the first, and I think 1 when the game was already mercy ruled in the, I think it was the 7th inning? I forget. Sorry, excuse me. I have like this weird taste in my mouth. Don't know what it is. Anyways, Kimbop, 3 for 4. Love to see. Had the big hit to really open up the game, which we'll show in a second. Fuck it. We'll show it right now. Campusano, 3 for 5. That's the hit that I want to show you. Look at this magnificent specimen. Turning on a ball to right field. Oof, going over the porch. Campusano, check out this stat line. Slash line. 391, 609. 9 hits total so far. 2 doubles. 1 home run, obviously the one you just saw. 4 runs scored. And here's a really good one. 1 strikeout. 1 strikeout. That's huge. When's the last time we had a good catcher? Benito Santiago? No manches. So this is great. I feel like he's always been around, and he's always been the guy that we didn't end up trading, especially with Preller's MO. We fucking trade everyone. So the fact that he's still here and really starting to show signs of improvement, this could be just huge. You could be huge. You could be a 5 guy. You could be a 4 guy if he keeps playing like this. I know it's early, but he's looked really, really good. Real well-deserved so far. I think he was like my number 1 point of interest to talk about with Campusano. He's been killing it. So hopefully he can continue to do this. Keep getting more reps. He got Shioka yesterday. You could have gone up there and probably swung at balls better than he did. He looked lost. Obviously, he seems to be able to control a game. But my God, I don't know if he just had a bad day. Homie did not look ready to play. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about him. Talking about the good, Campusano played really good. Obviously, Pauly gets the notch. Gets another hit. 1 for 5, though. But still, he got on the hit. He got a hit. He got on base. How do we get on base? Hits, walks, whatever we got to do. He got it. Merrill also 2 for 4. Another little rookie standout that I want to talk about. Obviously, I want to keep getting him reps. I hope Schultz does too. He looked good. It's a great game today. I mean, it's hard to find the negatives. Obviously, the pitching that I was posting a lot earlier. But the dude looked fantastic. So hopefully this is a sign of better things to come. splitting the series, obviously, the Giants, I think it's fine. I think when you have 4 games against a division rival, if you're able to split, I think that's fine. Obviously, going 3-for-1 would have been amazing. Obviously, a sweep would have been really, really great, but that was never in the cards, right? Yesterday, we were down pretty big going into the later innings, so I think taking the split was really cool. Yeah. Let's see. Going on to my thing I was going to talk about a little bit more was the Padre predictions. 1 second. I'm still like new to all this. I'm navigating shit, okay? Give me a break for everyone else that's not watching on YouTube. Padre predictions. I touched a little bit on it. Enyel de los Santos, I believe, is going to be our 7th inning guy. There's a lot of debate of who's going to take that spot. Obviously, with Brito showing some signs of improvement, even though I feel like he's more of a longer innings type of guy. I really think he's got the spot, and I hope Schultz tries to go with him a little bit more, especially with, how our pitchers go, man. Musgrove barely getting to the 6th sometime. Darvish sometimes struggling to get through 5, especially with arms that have shown in the past have had some injury history. I think the 7th and 6th inning guys are going to be really, really interesting to see who we go from there. Talked about Pauly a little bit again, hoping that he can get some starts at third base until Manny comes back, even though we haven't really had much word on when that's going to be. I think he really needs to keep getting some more reps. Obviously, I touched on it a little bit again with Merrill. Just got to keep giving him some reps, man. Give him some fucking reps in center. Seems to be playing well. Hasn't fucked up yet. Talking about fuck-ups, bonehead plays of the series. My first one that we got to talk about. I'm telling you, I was at the game, okay? Right before this inning, they show on the Jumbotron Tatis talking about his gold glove and how it's even better than a gold glove because he got a platinum glove. Obviously, we all know this. Had a fucking fantastic year last year with the glove. So fantastic, he won platinum. Then, right after that happened, this bonehead play where he just forgets completely how to catch a ball. Cease is kind of trying to get out of a jam here. 1 out in the 5th. This is a huge moment in the game. Ahmed shoots the ball to right, and he just, I don't know if he got stuck on the grass. He obviously looks like he rips up the grass on the come down, but that ball's got to be caught. That ball has got to be caught, and he knows it. He just sits there like, holy fuck, I can't believe I just did that. And this is right after the promo about platinum glove, okay? Look at this ball. Maybe he has some English on it. That ball has got to be caught. It's in his glove. Obviously, Merrill recovers good enough. Stops the runner at third. He ends up scoring on the next guy. Gets a sac fly where he ends up, Tatis makes up a great running grab on the right side. But, I mean, it's too far for him to throw the runner out of home. The Giants end up going up 3-0 here. This is the key moment of the game, right? Could have kept them 2-0 with a runner on first with 2 outs. Cease is at 80 pitches right here. I know it's early. You probably don't want to throw him too much. You're throwing him much more than this. But that's a significant bonehead play of the game. Cue the clown music for El Nino. Ugh, hurts my heart. And the other one I wanted to talk about, even though I couldn't find a clip of it, during today's game, Ha-Seong Kim, another Gold Glover, backpedals. What's the first thing they tell you not to do in Little League? Never backpedal for a ball going to the outfield. Not so much a bonehead play by him. Maybe, depends who you ask. Backpedals, completely misses the ball. However, the clown show umpires call an infield fly rule. Now, if we're going to be completely honest, this rule has been a subject of a lot of fuckery lately. I think I maybe not understanding what a fucking infield fly rule is anymore. I don't think, do you know what it is? Some assholes out there, oh yeah, I know what this is. How can you not? This is clearly an infield fly rule. That didn't look like no fucking infield fly rule to me. That shit was in center fucking field. They call it infield fly. I mean, it worked out for us, so I'm not gonna fucking complain. But infield fly rule in center field? So bonehead kind of goes to Kimbap, but mostly for the fucking ump shows. Cannot wait. I cannot wait till these fucking umpires are unemployed. I can't stand it. They're so awful year in, year out. Although, if we're being quite honest, so far, they've been okay. I don't know. Maybe signs of things to come? Probably not. They're going to fuck us. They always do. When's it going to happen is the next question. But wrapping up a little bit here, I want to finish with cards on deck. Cardinals come into town tomorrow for a 3-game series. Cardinals just dropped 3 to the Dodgers. Today's game, they were leading 4-0, I think, and the fucking Dodgers came back and won it just like they seem to always do in the regular season, man. They came back. Muncy hits a ball 900 feet to right off their setup man, I think, and the Dodgers, I think they ended up winning 5-4. They took a lead in the bottom of the 8th. So Cardinals have a decent lineup. I feel like maybe even better than the Giants, 1 through 4. I was looking at Goldschmidt a little bit. I mean, it's early. I get it. People are still getting the rhythm. But I was looking at Goldschmidt. He looked a little fucking washed to me, boys. I don't know. I think maybe he's on the calm down. Look, I mean, Arenado too. That dude runs fucking snail runs faster than that dude down to first. But obviously 2 dudes that have burned us a million times before. So not looking forward to seeing them. A decent lineup, a decent rotation. Game time tomorrow, I believe, is 6:40. And we're going to have Waldron on the bump, the knuckleballer. He's got a wicked knuckleball. I'm sure the whole baseball world knows about it, but if you don't, nasty, nasty knuckleball. So he's going to be going tomorrow. I think Cardinals have a little bit of a, bad taste in their mouth from last night or earlier, tonight. Depends when you're watching this. So I think they might be coming out with some full force. I feel like in years past, we've always struggled against the Cardinals. So it should be an interesting series, a series I believe we can take. So let's be optimistic. Let's be the Friar faithful that we all love. Let's hope that we can take this series and, feel a little bit better than a split. I mean, I personally didn't mind split. I think it's fine because it's early. But still, split. Not great, not good, not terrible. Winning a series against the Cardinals would be fantastic. If we swept them, I would just be over the moon, obviously. So, who knows? We'll see what we got this week. Thank you for tuning in. I love talking Padres baseball. This one was a little longer than the last episode, if you want to call them. But thanks for tuning in. I will see everybody again. My next podcast will be on Thursday, recapping the series against the Cardinals, hopefully in a fantastic mood. Stay vibrant, Fire faithful. You all look beautiful at Petco Park the other day. Even though it was cold, you all look amazing. I got this cool little rally towel from my brother-in-law. Oh my God. Padre fan, okay? Let's go Padres, baby. Feel it in the air. Swing it around. We're happy for the split. Yay. Go Padres, baby.